time for this second episode. In this episode I am gonna tackle a fan webcomic called Sonic and Pals. In case you do not know, Sonic and Pals is a fan-made webcomic created by Trevor Fies on January 1, 2004. Yes, this webcomic was made a year before YouTube was created. It is based on the popular video game series, Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, this info is shorter than the previous episode, since after all it is popular in mainstream culture. Now let's get into the review. It opens with characters from Mega Man X series. Yeah, it's weird to start a fan webcomic with characters from the Mega Man franchise rather than Sonic characters. So anyways, it opens with the following text. Ahem. Let there be Sprite. Hallelujah. Wah. That's the first chapter or rather episode of this series. But before I go I will like to talk about the commentary of this webcomic. The first episode. Pretty basic. But give me a break. It's my first comic. Here 0 and X enter. I am the voice from above, obviously, and there is no punchline. The good laugh though is the let there be Sprite, which is from the Bible, when God says let there be light. As far as commentaries go, this is alright. On to the next chapter. Also, in case I forgot, almost all of the chapters are 4 panels, and this webcomic has 2786 chapters. Thankfully it's nowhere near as bad like in the Loud House Revamped, since it is 4 panels long. It makes easier for archive binge. So this is part where now introduced to do Sonic characters. It's called Zero's a Rodent, and there is no image. What the? How can I review it without the images? So I have no other choice but to skip through this and on to the next one. It begins with Shadow and Knuckles talking to each other. We had better get Sonic on his way, break it to him easy. Of course. Emerald Hill Zone. HMMM. Oh crap. Author. How dare you do this to me again? You had better get down here right now and get me out of here. Author. Author. I am so screwed. Haha. Your precious author can't do anything to save you now. I used the power of the emeralds to power up the anti-author shield that I salvaged from ol' Nady. Now Sonic will have to go through all the level without any help. Mwahahaha. We are so screwed. So far, it's pretty good. I like when Sonic panics and needs to find his friend, which shows that he cares about his friends, and the fact that Eggman is in here makes it better. After several chapters, it ends with a long wall of text saying that the story has been quote-unquote, that the story will be down but will restart sometime. Honestly, that's understandable. And now let's get on to the epilogue. This webcomic ends where all the characters having happier lives, and that's how it ends, in a good way. Also this webcomic uses MP4 videos as episodes, which makes stand out I guess. As Sprite webcomics go, this one was alright. I do quite enjoy it as it was made in the mid-2000s where Sprite comics were rare. The writing, while not the best, is decent for what it is, with comedic moments, tension, likable characters, etc. Plus, the author is now a married man with 2 children, with farming, engineering, and being a minister of his own town. It is a good thing that the author is now a married man. If I end this series someday, I would like to be married with my girlfriend. This is Christopher, signing off.